Legal Wars Live, man. You are now cruising with Ghost Rider. That's that's right, man. We gonna cruise together, man. I got some news topic, man. I got some discussion, man. I'm gonna start a poll today. I got a question I want to ask the chat. I want to ask my fellow Americans. Do you guys think that the U.S. will go into a recession? Into a recession. Sorry about that, guys. I think it's so important. Good morning, good morning. How's it going? Man, I'm not sure about we got trolls in the stream early this morning. Look, I can ask you though, if you would like the video, double tap the screen, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, possibly donate to the channel, then I might answer that question for you. You know what I'm saying? But guys, this morning we're going to be talking about something really important. The question I have for the chat is, do you believe that the United States is in a recession? Or should I say, do you believe that the United States is about to go into a recession? Wow, I think this is a very important conversation, guys. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's ginormous, in my opinion, because I think if America goes into a recession, of course, that will affect every last one of us, man. You know what I'm saying? That will affect, I believe, the entire world, the economies of the world. And I believe if it wasn't for artificial intelligence, then we would be experiencing that recession right now, and probably to a much greater extent than we are right now. How much of the recession that we go through, who knows? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I want to ask you guys this morning. As you guys come in the stream, I ask that y'all double tap the video for me, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell. Also, guys, I got that poll question down there for you guys. You guys can check that out. Guys, cruising with Ghost Rider is different than riding with Ghost Rider. With riding with Ghost Rider, we just going through the news story. Okay, cruising with Ghost Rider, at the end of the news story today, I'll take you guys out, let you guys see the location I'm in, because trust me, I am in a gorgeous location. You guys know how big ghosts get down. If y'all have not liked the video, I ask that y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit the notification bell. I'm about to get started in just a second, guys. All righty. With no further ado, guys, we'll go ahead and get started. I usually, at the beginning of the streams, if you guys know how I do the content, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I be in a gorgeous location, man. So I take the people out there, let you guys see where I'm at. I'm going to do that at the end of the streams now. So make sure y'all pay attention. Cruising with Ghost Rider means that I'm going to pop out and I'm going to show you my location. Riding with Ghost Rider, I'm going to just give y'all the news. We're going to go ahead and jump into it. Is America on the verge of a recession, y'all? We will get the data soon to find out. Cruising with Ghost Rider, episode 1. Let's get it. For all my Republican counterparts, you will probably want to ask, why did I do this special? And I will tell you, because it is important to be aware of the dire straits of our economy. Yes, I'm saying it. I don't care if President Trump's saying that our economy is doing good. That is absolutely incorrect. And I don't have nothing against President Trump. I think you're pretty cool, man. But our economy is in our straits because it's only that awareness. It's only when you're aware that we have a problem that we can take the appropriate measures to prepare and combat what could be, and most likely to be a recession that has already hit our economy. I believe the recession is already hit. That's what I believe. Guys, listen, I like President Trump, and President Trump is cool. However, this isn't about being cool. This is about the America you and I and President Trump loves, and about making the appropriate steps to combat a $38 trillion debt, guys, unaffordable home prices, rising food costs. This is about the millions of struggling Americans that we don't like talking about. Struggling American, millions of them. Some who find it hard to find food sometimes. I'm talking the elderly, I'm talking the disabled, and I'm talking the veterans. The Republicans and Trump supporters in West Virginia. I'm giving y'all precise location, West Virginia. How about the Republicans and Trump supporters in the Delta and Mississippi? How about the Republicans and Trump supporters in rural farm areas in California? These are Trump supporters that are struggling. 3-time Trump supporters struggling. What's heartbreaking is that these Americans, or should I say these humans, they're humans just like me and you, our neighbors, our brothers, our sisters, our grandparents. They are struggling to enjoy the comfort of life that we have come to believe that every American deserves. However, this possible recession isn't all about President Trump. I know the Democrats would love to put it all about him, but it's not all on him and his policies and his tariffs. I said all. Some of it is, not all of it. It is also about what was predicted far before a president was chosen in 2024, a reformation of business in the world, or what I would call the financial world order. If you watch carefully in Asia, BRICS nations, guys, led by Russia and China, have been trying to redefine a new way to do business on the world stage, to rid themselves of the American rule by sanctions and other means due to decades-long rule of the almighty U.S. dollar. No word salad, guys. That's all facts. And when President Trump came in with the tariffs, he accelerated the situation. See, I didn't say it was all his fault, but he did play some part in this recession or this situation that we in. He accelerated the situation. But a President Trump and or a President Harris will have faced the same possibility of recession. And that's just fact, because the economics of the world and inflation is forever changing and revolving and evolving, and bad economic policy and greed will hasten the situation. You say, well, Ghost, is President Trump displaying bad economic policy? I'll say I could see the reason why he has chosen to take the route he has economically. But I can't say the policies that he has bestowed on America is necessarily the best policies for America, or we will get the best results for them. Not to lose course, artificial intelligence, AI, by way of trillions. And when I say trillions, guys, I mean with a T, I mean literally a vast majority of the world's wealth. If you are a wealthy person, there is a 4 in 5 chance right now, whether directly or indirectly, you are some way invested in AI. I didn't say using AI, because anyone with a smartphone or device have AI integrated in it one way or other. So we're all using AI. I'm talking about spending hard down thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions. And for the Googles and the Open AIs and the Elon Musks and the Teslas and the SpaceXs and the Jeff Bezos and the Amazons and the Walmarts and the Targets, they can't get left put. I'm talking giants in the world, guys. Not just American giants, world giants, dropping billions and billions with a B into AI investments. Now, let's go on to the world governments. MSB, the crown prince and ruler in Saudi Arabia, who is coming to the U.S. Well, Saudi has dropped trillions with a T by themselves. Qatar. I mean, every time you see President Trump going overseas, he's getting deals. And I'm going to be fair about it. He got some deals with Hyundai and Toyota and with Boeing. But the vast majority of that 21 trillion he boasts the U.S. will receive in new investments in his first year as president, the vast majority of that money and the money that comes along with it, the flow of that money into the U.S. economy is propping up the stock market, but not propping up Main Street. And I think President Trump is starting to learn that the hard way. So without further ado, we won't look at numbers today. We will look for that another time. We will look at vibes and the feelings of Americans in accordance with money that we have or are lacking in their possession. Okay? I will talk about a lot of things. And President Trump spent a lot of time on foreign affairs. But the number one business of America will be the pain that the American people are feeling. And the bottom line question is whether or not and who can fix these problems and bring a real golden age for every American, a golden age that Americans can feel in their wallets. That's what I want to say to President Trump. If I got to say anything to him, I got to say, President Trump, congratulations for trying to bring world peace and stability and a golden age to the world and to America. I'm not a hater. But what I'm saying is, President Trump, the American people aren't feeling no golden age in their wallets. And they're going to vote and continue to vote for someone who's going to bring a golden age to their wallet. Not to Elon's wallet, not to Jeff Bezos' wallet, to their wallets. So, guys, before we jump into the content, the news, and analysis, I ask that y'all like the video. If you guys have not already, if you're on a cell phone, just double tap your screen for me. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys hit that notification bell. Thank you for the support. Well, guys, everyone is welcome in this stream. I just only ask that y'all be respectful to each other. I welcome you guys, Republicans, Independents, and Democrats. Jump down in the comment section and let your voices be heard. One last thing, we do have to pay the bills. I don't have any sponsors yet, not taking no money from any party or no one else, just from you guys. So super chats, super thanks, super stickers, they all start at 99 cents. If you guys want to donate to the channel or if you want to start a conversation, have your comment read immediately. I'll stop everything and read your comment, and I appreciate the donation to the channel. Just hit the button with the $ in it, and your donations are much appreciated. So, guys, cruising with Ghost Rider is a little different than riding with Ghost Rider, okay? On Cruising with Ghost, after we do the news, what we're about to do right now, I'll cruise to a gorgeous location, which I've already have, and I'll bring you guys live content from that location after we do the news, okay? So I'm not gonna hold us up so we could get to that gorgeous location outside. You know what I'm saying? I can let y'all see my view. Let's go ahead and jump to the news, and we'll get to that once we get to it. So the source for the news story is Barron's, and it was published on November the 11th. The United States job market cooled further in the past month based on a raft of recently released reports. But there is no sign of a steep downturn that would suggest an imminent recession. So what they're saying basically is that the data isn't there yet to say that today we are in a recession. But they're saying that it's looking that way because the job market is cooling. If you guys don't know what a recession is basically consecutive months of negative job growth. You say, how do we judge a recession or what? That basically what that means is that the average American who's out there seeking a job cannot find a job. I mean, we have other problems too, like inflation and things that will make this recession like really bad. But that's basically what a recession is. We had a month of negative job growth, which was the first month we've had in years. I don't think we had 1 month under President Biden of negative job growth. But President Trump turned it around last month, barely. But that's where we're at. We're on the edge of a recession. The latest employment data come from private sector suppliers, including ADP, Revelo Labs, and Indeed, among others. Economists are increasingly turning to such sources amid a government shutdown that began on October the 1st. The government shutdown is over. That's why I say in the title that we're going to see those numbers pretty soon, the real numbers. As a result, the Bureau of Labor Statistics hasn't published data on job market trends for September or October, guys. So we missing data from September and or October, okay? Include monthly changes in payrolls, the unemployment rate, wage growth, and the average number of hours worked in both months. Gauging the health of the labor market in October has provided challenging, not merely due to the government shutdown because of the job cuts implemented earlier this year by the Department of Governmental Efficiency. Employees who took Doge buyouts finally fell off federal payrolls last month, likely leading to a larger than normal monthly pullback in net foreign payrolls. Guys, as y'all come into the stream, I ask that y'all double tap the screen for me, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit that that notification bell. Also, guys, the unemployment rate, which clocked in at 4.3% in August. Now, remember, we don't have that unemployment rate for September or October. But in August, it was 4.3%. When he took over, it was 4.1%. So the trend or the increase is less jobs and more unemployment, okay? It looks to have remained relatively stable since then, given the lack of significant weakening in the labor market. The concern is that when you see cooling, that sometimes it can move very rapidly. Thank God it hasn't moved very rapidly to this point. But that's what Cleveland Fed President Beth Hammack said on Thursday. We haven't seen that to this date. That's what I just said. Most of the data that we're seeing still looks pretty healthy, pretty balanced. So that's a good thing for President Trump. Ghost's not here to hate on President Trump. There are some people who want to see President Trump on his face. They want to see him on his nose. They just hate him for whatever reason, neither here nor there to me. That's not where I'm at. Where I'm at is I want to know how the American economy is really doing, not what President Trump is saying, how President Trump is saying that everything is good, but it's not good, man. The people are hurting. The people are hungry, man. The people are starving. Thank God the government, I guess that's why those 8 Democrats folded, because they feel like our economy or the situation is so dire, regardless of what you're being told. We are right there on the edge. We are right there on, we're teetering. We're right there teetering. Either President Trump gonna turn this thing to the right, and that stock market gonna keep chasing up, and he gonna start putting money into people's pockets, and the wages gonna increase, and there's gonna be job growth, and we can all experience a real possible golden age. Or what the economists predicted was going to happen in 2022 and 2023. We go into a recession. That might be what's going to happen too, guys. That's what I'm saying right now. It's no way to call it. It's no way Big Ghost, looking at the data, listening to what the economist is saying, it's no way that Big Ghost could right now say that in 2026 will be a good year for America and that we're going in the golden age. How many Americans can say that that's not MAGA or that's not in President Trump's administration? How many could say that? Nobody can. Because if you look at the consumer sentiment is way down. And I don't have to go pull those numbers from CNN or Fox News or MSNBC. I already know it's way down. I'm one of the people. Ghostwriter, me. Y'all one of the people, right? Is that right, Kimmy? Aren't you one of the people? So we able to tell we are the data. We are the statistics. We know how much money coming into our pockets. We know how hard it is to get a job right now since President Trump took over. So you can't gaslight us, man. Okay? So the 5 charts below, it delineate risks to the labor market, but also illustrate her positive point. The United States added 42,000 jobs to private payrolls last month, according to ADP National Employment Report released Wednesday morning. The total exceed economists' expectations. That's good for President Trump, and more than revised September's decline of 29,000 positions. So, guys, if you do not know that in September, we lost 29,000 jobs overall. 29,000. That's the first month of negative job growth. So if we could look at October's numbers, and if we see October had a negative job growth, because see, this is ADP numbers that said that we added 42,000 private payroll jobs. But what about all the government cuts? What about all the government employees that President Trump is still firing? So that's what I'm saying. If you take into account those numbers as well, if we get another negative month of job growth for October, then we are definitely in a recession, or we stepped our first foot or toe into a recession. Signs of strength in the private sector are particularly important right now. Yes, they are. As federal government jobs, which was formerly a growth engine, are likely to remain a drag on overall payroll growth. That's something President Trump decided to do different than President Biden. He decided to cut the federal government trying to save money. But I'm saying you don't get no participation trophies, President Trump. That was the road that was the route you decided to go. So if your unemployment rate is 4.7%, you gotta eat that. Because I'm saying that's how Ghost judging you, by the policies and the numbers. That's it. If your numbers ain't there, your numbers ain't there. And if your numbers are there, your numbers are there. That's what it comes down to. That's truth right there. That's not taking no side, but the American people's side. We want to see production. We want to see job growth, man. We want to see wealth earned in America, man. Private sector labor market data points to a labor market that has cooled but not yet broken, writes Bai Chen Lin, senior investment strategist at Russell Investments. To be sure, the change in total non-farm payrolls didn't match ADP's tally, largely because the federal government continued to shed workers. Rivello estimated the economy lost about 9,000 jobs last month. That's what I was looking for, guys. So there's an estimate that we lost 9,000 jobs last month. So you put 9,000 job loss in October, and you put 29,000 job loss in September. That is your recession. That's consecutive months of negative job growth. Is America in a recession? That's the question today. Guys, if y'all have not liked the video, I ask that y'all double tap the screen, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys hit that notification bell. Also, guys, if you want to donate to the channel, if you want to start a conversation, if you want your comment highlighted, hit that button with the $sign in it, and your donations are much appreciated. The biggest downward pull came from the government sector. President Trump firing all those people. If the firing of all those government employees is the cause for the job numbers to come back with negative numbers for September and October, then how can you not say that he causing a recession? It's a man-made recession. Man, I really do not think that President Trump can afford to go into a recession, man. I don't think the people are going to be forgiving at all. I think that the Republicans are going to get their cream cropped in 2026, man. That's what I really think. I really believe that everything inside of me is saying that the Republicans are about to get demolished. because the people will not stand for this bad economy. That is why they voted for President Trump, is for a good economy. The biggest downward pull came from the government sector, but the rest of the economy is not looking too rosy either. If President Trump wasn't firing all those people, the rest of the economy is not looking too good. That's what Lisa Simon said, who's the chief economist at Rivello. She says, I think we'll see a continuous sliding down, but not a major downward shift in the coming months, a continual sliding down. You know what that tells me, President Trump? That tells me you have an opportunity to fix this. President Trump, that tells me you have an opportunity to get this right. Let me tell you something. If President Trump would have ran that election and he would have just ran as a normal guy, what you mean by that, Ghost? I'm talking about on the economy. If he would have just ran with some ideas and some policies, that's not how he ran. President Trump ran his whole election. Listen to me, guys, this morning. Listen to me. President Trump, who is that in the stream down there? Sandra. Good morning, Sandra. If you guys have not liked the video, I ask that y'all double tap the screen for me. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell. Listen, man. President Trump ran his whole campaign. He campaigned on the fact that the economy was not good. He campaigned on the fact that he was going to fix those prices in day one. He campaigned on that fact that Joe Biden is the worst president in America. How many in the world, in the history of the world, how many of y'all heard us say that? We heard him say that, and that he was here to fix it. So President Trump, once you become president, I don't care how much, it doesn't matter how much you want to make the American people think that things are okay. If they're not okay, they feel it in their wallets. This ain't something you can gaslight. So I'm saying, President Trump, it's time to roll the sleeves up. We ain't talking about the economy not doing good. We finna roll the sleeves up and we finna get to work. We finna swallow our pride. We finna swallow our feelings. We finna forget the gold toilets. We finna forget running across overseas, handling all the problems in the world. And we gonna roll our sleeves up. And the business of America is getting those prices down. That's the business of America. Getting those prices down, bro. Point blank, period. You can't get around it. Listen, if the Democrats take control of the House, I think, President Trump, you already know what's going to happen, my guy. That's why you picked up the phone, and that's why you called Governor Abbott and told Governor Abbott to redraw the lines and try to cheat and get them seats. Because you know what's going to happen if the Democrats take control. But what I'm saying, President Trump, you should know. You know what I heard yesterday, man? If you guys don't know, like, I'm a CNN watcher, a CNN connoisseur. You know what I'm saying? So I heard it. You know, I always give people shout outs so it don't make it the content that I don't come up with myself. I don't try to make it seem like, you know what I'm saying, I'm some kind of great wizard. I'm watching CNN yesterday, man, and they were talking about how President Trump's advisors, the people who are closest to him, they're scared to tell him that the economy is not doing good. President Trump, that is horrible. You cannot have people, President Trump, every bit of information that you need information to make a decision. Do you guys understand this? President Trump is not God. He's not omnipotent. He's not in all places at one time, or he's not all power. He's not omnipresent. You see what I'm saying? So in order for President Trump to know what's going on in Israel, to know what's going on in Afghanistan, to know what's going on in Ukraine, or to know what's going on in Washington, D.C. or Chicago, Illinois, he needs an advisor. He needs people. If these people are scared to tell you certain information, how can you trust that the information you're getting is good? That's why President Trump running around saying that the economy is good, because the people around him are scared to tell him that the American people are hurting. President Trump, that's on you. I can't put that on Scott B. Because I seen Scott B, he come on, he said that sectors of the American economy are already in recession. So he's recognizing what's going on. You got good, talented people around you, President Trump. You got to let them work. Because if you let them work, then that'll give you an opportunity to fix this. If you don't fix it, the Democrats taking over. And when the Democrats taking over, they coming for your dome top. Y'all laughing. When the last time President Trump got impeached? He was impeached 2 times before. So he take over in 2017. He wasn't impeached in 2017. He was impeached in 2018. So look at it now. The Democrats don't have power. He's not going to be impeached in 2025 or 2024, and he won't be impeached with 2025. But what happened in 2026 when the Democrats take over? The same thing that happened last time when they took over. They impeached him twice in 2 years. 2 times in 2 years. It's going to be worse than that. I heard Gavin Newsom say, you talking about a chief and a captain in the Democratic Party. I heard Governor Newsom say that they trying to make him a lame duck president, meaning after the midterms in 2026, they going to try to shut down every single piece of legislation that he runs. That's why Chuck Schumer, if you on that bipartisanship stuff, they probably going to get you out of there. AOC finna come take your spot. She could raise way more money than you. I know she can. I know AOC, she got all the connections, bro, everything. She gonna come take over the Senate. And when AOC and Bernie Sanders take over, they not trying to negotiate nothing. Tax the rich. That's what they going to be saying. Y'all, it's Big Ghostwriter, man. I'm glad y'all with me today. If y'all haven't liked the video, make sure y'all double tap the screen, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. Cruising with Ghost, guys. We've been streaming about 30 minutes. We almost halfway through finished. Y'all know I've been in New York. As soon as I finish with the content, I'm going to pop out and show y'all some gorgeous scenery, a gorgeous location, but let's go ahead and get finished with it, okay? So Challenger, Gray, and Christmas data released Thursday show 153,000 job cuts announced in October. 153,000 cuts. Joe Biden trying to add 153,000 jobs to the economy every month. He was usually adding over 100,000 jobs a month. We talking about 153,000 cuts. You know that's going to be a negative number. You know, because that means for you to get one positive job, you got to add 153,075 jobs. And you know that ain't happening. When the month before you adding about 20, 30, 40,000 jobs, you know we going backwards. Is America in a recession right now today? Don't wait for CNN to come announce it. Don't wait for Fox News to announce it. Don't wait for MSNBC to announce it. Big Ghost right on the scene, baby. Y'all cruising with Big Ghost. And Big Ghost telling y'all that I believe that we are in a recession. I said that a couple of weeks ago. I said the only reason why we can't see, because the only thing a recession means is that you have consecutive months of negative job growth. That's what that means. We ain't redrawing no lines. We going straight stats, fats, and dats. This is the same thing if VP Harris was president. Straight stats, it don't matter who the president is. Joe Biden had 4 years and he had consecutive job growth in every month in 4 years. President Trump, you've been in office for 11 months, and we looking at 2 or 3 months in a row of negative job growth. We got to get this fixed, period. We got to get this fixed, President T. That's what much love, big baby. That's much love, big baby. I ain't going to be like your other advisors, President Trump, who going to be scared of you to tell you. Because while I'm scared to tell you, President Trump, it's people starving, literally. We don't like to think about it. In the richest country on earth, people are literally starving. They hungry. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to be scared to tell President Trump the truth while people out there starving. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tell him what's cracking, baby. This 3 months, we looking at 3 months in a row of negative job growth. That's a whole recession. I don't care what the stock market's saying. Because the only people getting money from the stock market, Elon, OpenAI, Google, the people who are already rich. You looking at the stock market, a bunch of rich people throwing a whole bunch of money around because of AI. So they just throwing money around, seeing who gonna end up being richer than they were before, who gonna be the quickest one. But how is that helping in us? That ain't trickling, nothing ain't trickling down. Because when they finish with that AI revolution, you creating a technology that's going to take people's jobs. While y'all loving AI and y'all never seen Ghostwriter ever use any artificial intelligence. Y'all show me one post on YouTube or y'all show me what I use AI as far as doing my research and my legal documents on Google. Yeah, I use it for that purpose. But I'm saying other than that, that artificial intelligence is going to take a lot of people's jobs. It's going to cause a mass unemployment. And it's going to redefine the world order because the governments of the world are going to have to come up with stipends or some kind of way to take care of all the people that are finna be unemployed due to AI. $153,000 job cuts announced in October. That's up from the 54,064 layoffs announced in September. So it's more job cuts, 100,000 more job cuts than September. It's unbelievable. This marked the highest total for October in more than 20 years. President Trump, that'll stop you right there in my tracks. Listen to me, please, baby. Listen to me, please, baby. That'll stop me in my tracks. That's what Ghost is. Ghost is a numbers guy. Men lie, women lie. Numbers, they could be deceptive, but they rarely lie. That's the worst October we have had in 20 years. 20 years. That's the worst October we had under Biden, under both Obamas, under you. And if I'm not mistaken, that's under the other Bush, isn't it? 20 years, that go back to 2005. Wasn't the other President Bush president in 2005? That's the worst October we've had, y'all, in 20 years. President Trump, if I read that right there, that's why you gotta let them people come to you and tell you stuff that you don't want to hear, because you need to hear that. You talking about a golden age, you talking about building this for America, building that, but the worst October we've had in 20 years. The announced cuts weren't widespread, but they were concentrated in warehousing, retail, and the government sector. The government sector is President Trump. Retail is because of consumer confidence, and warehouse, I didn't look this up, but if you could ask me, that's because of AI. The warehouse, man, what you need a forklift driver right now, you got AI. If I'm going to let a car drive in the middle of Austin without no driver, picking people up and dropping them off, you know how dangerous that is, all them people walking around and stuff? And I'm letting the car, watch the car. When I was in Austin pulling up in the park, I thought the car was following me or something. Real talk. Like it ain't got no driver in it. And it's pulling up and pulling off and dropping off and picking up and doing all this different stuff. That's dangerous. If you would do that with a car in a city where people could, they that confident in the technology, just imagine in a year or two what you need a forklift driver for, to move freight around in a warehouse where a lot of people ain't out. Get rid of the forklift drivers and let the AI do it. That's what's coming. That's why we need a stipend. Y'all, if y'all haven't liked the video, double tap the screen for me. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell. Adam Sickling, senior economist at Vanguard, says investors should be wary of comparing the job cuts recently announced by Challenger with historical trends because web scraping tools on which Challenger relies now tend to capture a larger share of layoffs and job cuts than during the 2008-2009 financial crisis or even before the COVID-19 pandemic. It is also important to highlight that we experience about 1.2 million layoffs a month, even in a really tight labor market. All part of that normal labor market churn. So they're telling you that the 1.2 million layoffs a month, that's kind of normal. But we're not really worried about the layoffs. We're worried about the hiring. You see what I'm saying? Because if you get 1.2 million layoffs and you add 1.3 million jobs, then your net job growth is 100,000 jobs. So we worried about the hiring. They're saying that the layoffs, that's just typical what happens. But the jobs ain't coming back. That's the problem. Other data also showed a rise in layoff announcement last month, although Revelo Labs said the number of employees let go declined slightly from September's figure. That's a good thing. We're looking for all positive news, any positive news. Rising layoff announcements merit concern, but may not translate into notable growth in unemployment. It's important to note that a single layoff announcement might actually be implemented over time, right? Russell's Lynn. Moreover, companies could ultimately choose to lay off less workers than initially announced. The U.S. has experienced multiple consecutive quarters of strong earnings growth, Lynn writes, noting that healthy corporate fundamentals can help to prevent a significant wave of layoffs. That's a good thing. You see, if I had a problem with you, President Trump, I'd just skip right over that and just keep on reading. But that's about the most positive news that I read in the whole article thus far. That the U.S. has experienced multiple consecutive quarters of strong earnings growth. Yeah, that's that AI. People dumping money into the AI, but it don't matter what they dumping money into. The U.S. still could experience multiple consecutive quarters of strong earnings growth. Healthy corporate fundamentals can help prevent a significant waves of layoff. We just wonder if that's healthy corporate fundamentals, that strong wage growth, or is that just because people put money into AI? Employers have shown little appetite for hiring workers since the spring, a trend that persisted, since October. The number of job postings slid last month to the lowest level since 2001, based on Indeed's data. The number of job listings posted in October was just 1.7% above the level in February 2020 on the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic. Those indicators are glaring bright and red and bright and red, and they're saying warning. Job postings posted in October is only 1% above February 2020 when COVID-19 happened. Warning, President Trump. Warning. That might sound disappointing, but the labor market was strong in the pre-pandemic period. On its own, a return to the immediate pre-pandemic level in posting does not represent a sharp deterioration of the labor market, but is certainly a departure from the post-pandemic boom of 2022. Indeed's economists wrote on Thursday. That's why it's a question, bro. I don't think nobody really know what's going on. I don't think we know if we coming or going, man. Real talk. What's going on with this economy, man? Do anybody know? Layoffs may be rising, but the number of initial unemployment insurance claims filed weekly during October is on par with the levels reported in early November 2024. Although the Department of Labor isn't publishing claims data during the shutdown, economists estimate, based on available state data, that the current claims levels reflects a continual low firing environment through the end of October. The low level of new claims filed stands in stark contrast to the latest Challenger job cuts data and shows the labor market isn't falling off a cliff or in clutching. Nationwide's financial market economist wrote recently, it's encouraging to see the labor market remaining stable, albeit soft in the opening month of the fourth quarter. He wrote, what's going on, Ghost? You asked me. What's going on is what we think going on. What's going on is what we think going on. There are numbers or indicators in there to show that we are in like a dire strait today. But what I'm saying is, since we know what a recession is consecutive months of negative job growth. Listen, guys, if the people of America right now, how many people having trouble finding a job? That's what it boils down to. Each individual America in their own personal lives. How much money do you have in your wallet? How easy is life for you? So we get a snapshot of the whole picture by looking at a job market that's saying that, hey, we shed 20,000 jobs. So that lets us know that the American people are having a difficult time. That's what lets us know is these numbers. And that's how most governments or most presidents govern, most administrations and White Houses, by the numbers, because they're judged off of these numbers. So you say that, okay, Ghost, I see some positive indicators in there, but the overall number of jobs that's being added is horrendous, man. To be honest with you, President Trump, it is well below what I would have expected from you being president or your administration. Your job numbers are not as good as President Biden's in his first year. President Biden, he didn't have negative job growth. None, zero. And President Trump, you struggling with that right now. And that's what I'm saying. That's what we need to address. The Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago has released a series of indicators that provide a real-time estimate of labor conditions, including the unemployment rate. Research draws on data from ADP, Bloomberg, the Conference Board, Google, and others, and describes conditions as of a fixed reference point, the week that includes the 12th day of the month. The Chicago Fed's latest forecast put the unemployment rate at 4.3% in October, largely in line with its reading of 4.35% for September. The Bank of America Institute, which monitors employment conditions by analyzing the number of customer accounts receiving regular paycheck deposits, also reports that the broad employment story hasn't changed. Job growth held steady from September to October. Bank of America found the number of customer households receiving unemployment payments eased slightly last month compared to September, which indicates that there hasn't been an acceleration in job loss. And that's a great thing. That's what we're happy about, that it has not been an acceleration in job loss. Hey, you say, man, President Trump, like, the job market isn't doing as good as we expected, you're not adding jobs. But I'm saying at least we ain't shedding jobs at a record pace. This is just an opportunity for President Trump to get it right. Hopefully, official government data, when it's eventually released, will tell the same story. So, guys, one last time, I ask if y'all have not liked the video. If you on a cell phone, you double tap the screen, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys hit that notification bell. Also, guys, I see y'all down in the comment section, man. Everyone is welcome in this stream. I just ask that you guys be respectful to others. I welcome you guys, Republicans, Independents, and Democrats. Jump down in the comment section and let your voices be heard. One last thing, guys, we do have to pay the bills, guys. I don't have any sponsors, not taking money from no party or no one else, just you guys. So super chats, super thanks, and super stickers, they all start at 99 cents. Just hit the button with the $sign in it, guys, and your donations are much appreciated. So, guys, I'm going to jump down in the comments with y'all for just a second. You know what I'm saying? We've been streaming for about 49, 50 minutes. I think I got through most of the content. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to jump down in the comment section with y'all. If you guys are doing some good comments or we talk about some good things, I'll jump down here for a second. And then after that, man, I'll try to see if we can't go out there and we could do some content, or I could show y'all some things outside. Man, we way early past the time where we usually would stream. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I advertise us starting to stream at 7 o'clock in the morning, but it's 7 o'clock right now, and I pretty much dumped all the content out. You know what I'm saying? And before we streaming that, hey, so you know what I'm saying? A lot of like these are 7 o'clock time is still new people. A lot of new people that will be coming in the stream, but our 8 o'clockers, man, they gonna be coming in a little bit later, guys. So we'll be a little bit later on that. So let's see. I see CA says this guy is a real thinker. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Vote says jobs are out there. People are just too lazy to work or don't want to pay, which I understand. However, it's better than zero. Vote, I would disagree with that. I say some jobs are not better than zero. I'll be honest with you. Some jobs are not better than zero. That's just all the way facts. Somebody says quit whining. Bro, that's what we could say to President Trump then, right? Couldn't we say that to President Trump, quit whining? Where that's at? Because I'm saying that's what President Trump was doing when he was running for president. We could say that's whining, right? Because what President Trump was doing when he was running for president, he was saying that Joe Biden was the worst president ever. And that if President Trump had the chance, he would do a much better job in providing jobs for the economy, getting the prices down and all of that. So you could say President Trump was whining when he was running for election. But since he became president, ain't none of that has happened, guys. And that is so important. Like, I will talk about the cost of living. Somebody said something about me having the same talking points. I will talk about the cost of living 1,000 times in a million different ways. Over and over and over and over again, because that is what matters. That's all that matters is the cost of living to the American people right now. Is being able to afford to live. That's not whining. That's what's going to lose you an election. Real talk. That's going to lose you the midterms. That's going to give the Democrats the power of the House of Representatives again. You saying someone whining, you got to be able to create jobs. You got to be able to fulfill promises. These are promises made by President Trump. Another thing, guys, is, and I talked about this, I hit on this, that Marjorie Taylor Greene talked about. One thing we know for certain, that this 4 years of President Trump's presidency is not like the last 4 years. We definitely know that. They're much different. I'm saying the last 4 years, he was coming out talking about America first and hugging American flags. The only thing he did for America first now is to burn 500 tons of food that was intended for children, saying he don't want to pass out American money. So he burning food that's intended for children. But I'm saying if you want to do something American first, I'm saying you spending all those time in the foreign nations, in the foreign countries. And I'm saying, what are you doing for America? The American people are saying this. That's not whining. Telling you to create jobs for the American people is not whining. That's your job. I'm telling you, do your job. Tell your boss whenever he come to tell you to do something that you want. You say, Ghost, you the boss to President Trump? We all are. We his boss. We put him there. We put all the politicians there. We the boss. They work for the American people. And as an American person or American citizen, I'm telling him do his job. That's it. That ain't whining. If you having problems creating jobs, hire somebody like Ghost who can help you. Cadedian says, made me a mod. There's some people in the chat that's gotta go. I feel you, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to kick nobody out right now, man. Just let them hang out and kick it for a minute. But I feel what you're saying, man. It's just people, they have their own opinions, man. You know what I'm saying? A rich man is gonna always tell you to quit whining. He eating good. He gonna tell the man with his stomach hurting to quit whining. You feel what I'm saying? He gonna tell a man who's struggling to quit whining while he eat good. That's the story of life, man. That's the story of life, you know? So, man, I don't know nothing about no whining, man. Ain't nobody whining, man. We just want you to do your job. If you made promises to the American people, y'all heard President Trump say before, promises made, promises kept. If you've made promises to the American people, we want you to keep them promises. You promised on day one to get down the price of groceries. And overall, in your first year, this is November, guys. We right by Thanksgiving. You might as well say his first year. In your first year, overall, the prices went up. Even 1%, they went up. They haven't went down overall. That's facts. That's not whining. That's just speaking truth. That's recognizing the same truth in his presidency that he recognized in Joe Biden's presidency. So it's your turn, big guy. You got the big shoes on. So now we recognizing the in your presidency, man. That I hating on him, man. Just get it fixed. Just get it right, man. That economy for the American people is not good. Bottom line. Who is this? Norby Worthy says, yes, please, unemployed man living in his car. Please tell me about the nuisance of a national economy. Somebody said that he's a savage. Nah, he's not a savage, man. He's just an ignorant human being. You know what I'm saying? He's just ignorant. I'm not an unemployment man, first of all. I'm a disabled veteran. And second of all, I'm not living in my car. Second of all, I'm on a tour and I'm filing lawsuits. I got a $76,000 lawsuit open and a $127,000 lawsuit open. And I just got a settlement, which is probably more than your paycheck that you are definitely making in a week or in 2 weeks. I got a settlement and I'm going to get, bro, so a lot. Me sitting here and trying to explain to him, bro, I don't care nothing about what he's saying. He not no savvy. He's just an ignorant child on the podcast, bro, trying to be funny, bro. He wants some clout. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just get on somebody's podcast and say something for some clout, bro. You get some clout from the peons who as smart as you, the peons who beneath you, but you ain't getting no clout from me. And if President Trump act like you, he gonna get impeached. Bottom line. That's why you lost those elections if you're a Republican, because you don't want to listen to a homeless guy sleeping in his car or whatever, whatever stupid stuff he's talking about. He on here. Look, would you admit that if you making an insult, then there's something inside of you that's not all the way happy? You know what I'm saying? Because you making an insult. So I'm saying he out here trying to make an insult at me. I'm laughing at him. He a clown. He unhappy. I'm happy. I'm supposed to be staying in my car and I'm happy. And he on here unhappy trying to comment about how I'm living. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing to me. Somebody said, did I see your comment? Eric says you are your own economy. No, that's not the facts. Y'all just say anything, bruh. You say anything, and that's why President Trump is going to get impeached, because he listens to people like you. That's why you lost the Democrat, and I can't wait till next November to have imbeciles in here. Like, so whenever the Democrats win next November, I'm gonna be doing just like this. Oh, he got impeached. Oh, there's another assassination attempt. Oh, he's hiding in the bunker under the White House. Oh, yeah, you didn't know that? When the Democrats take power, they get more power than just, it's all the way power. Oh, yeah, it's another January the 6th. Oh, yeah, because of people like you, that's stupid. You could fix the problem, or you could try to point the problem at somebody else. You the president. You in control of those economic numbers. Fix the job numbers. Don't blame the people for you being trash. Don't blame the people. The people ain't the fault. It ain't no 40-year-old, go get your own job. All that stupid talk, a Republican talking, that's why he gonna get impeached again, because he listening to stupid people like you. That's stupid talk. I'm surprised you won the election. He won the election because he cheated and he lied to the people, telling the people he did care about how much money they was getting for FEMA. When their houses got messed up, why didn't he tell them to get a job then? Oh, Joe Biden only giving you $750. I'll give you more than that. But then today you gonna say, oh, what you want stuff from the government for? Because you a fraud. That's why you gonna get impeached. When he get impeached again, when some bullets by his ear again, when all the bad stuff start happening again, I'ma just be doing this. You cannot get that power and talk stupid like that. Because it's people hurting who will be willing to send shots at you. I'm talking about real shots, real bullets. They'll be willing to shoot at you, bruh, because they hurting and you talking stupid. They ready to rob you and kill you, and you talking stupid. It's only the grace of God, the Secret Service, keeping you alive, and you talking stupid. Don't run for the position if you ain't able to do the job. If you can't do the job, get a job back to Joe Biden. Joe Biden wasn't talking stupid about creating jobs for people. He was doing the work. He was getting the job done. You talking about somebody, oh, it's your job, it's your responsibility to get your own job. That's how you talk when you can't create a job, you sorry clown. They shouldn't have voted for you then. You weren't saying that to the American people then. You said you was going to lower the prices on day one. That's what you said. That's your words. Lower the prices. Gas still $5 a gallon in lower Manhattan. Lower the prices. Don't try to blame somebody because you can't get the job done. And we knew you couldn't do it from the beginning. We knew them grocery prices weren't going to drop down. Just like grocery prices ain't dropped down from 20 years ago. It's called inflation, stupid. We knew it. We knew he wasn't going to get the prices down. But you lied to the American people. You lied to them. So you going to stand on them lies. We tired of being lied to by y'all politicians. Donald Trump, you ain't no different than Joe Biden or Barack Obama or any other politicians. You being held accountable for them lies. Now you get a job. Because you're going to need one when you get impeached. You go find you another job. If you cannot do the job, get out of there. That's for any one of y'all Republicans. Go sit down. Bottom line, stop lying to the American people during election time. During election time, why don't you get your sorry Republican self up there and say those words then? Republicans are the sorriest politicians in America. They don't know how to fix no problems. What problems they fixing? Giving tax cuts to rich people and telling them, oh, it's your own fault. You disabled and ain't got a job. Whose fault is it I'm disabled, you idiot? Whose fault is it that I'm disabled? You say angry black man. No, you a stupid white man. That's what you are. You a dumb white man. You a dumb white man. That's why y'all be getting y'all head knocked off all the time. Don't lose your neck, bruh. Stupid white man. That's what you are. Talking about DEI and all kind of ignorant stuff. That's why y'all be getting shot at. Your head's knocked off. Yeah, I'm telling you the truth, what you need to hear, because you a stupid, racist, hateful white man. That's what y'all are. The country full of hateful white people, racist. That's what you are. I'm an angry black man, and you a stupid white man. A stupid, selfish, racist white man who got this country in $38 trillion in debt. A stupid, racist, selfish white man who done messed our country up. Donald Trump still messing our country up. All these white men done messed our country up. You a stupid white man who think you know everything, who got us in debt. You don't know nothing. Talking about get your own job. Stop saying that stupid junk and go help the people. Or go sit your sorry tail down because you don't know what you're doing. That's the bottom line. Every policy you make, I could give a better policy than that stupid junk you doing. Create real jobs. If you don't know how to do it, sit down. You want to become president so you can get money in your own pocket, you stupid. You just trying to get rich yourself. You never cared about the American people, or you don't have a clue about what you doing. You don't know what you doing, then take your sorry self on. Talking about go get an own job. You gonna need a job in November, partner. I promise you that. If there were the midterms that just happened, he was going to need a job come January because that order of impeachment coming fast, boy. I promise y'all, bro. Don't play with me, bro. Talking about get a job. I'm trying to show love to the dude. I could come on here and chop him up and tell you he just sorry. Because the last time he was president, look at his job numbers compared to Barack Obama's last time he was president. Look at his job numbers. For some reason, you give him a year or two, and after that, it's just hard for him to create a job. You made promises you was going to do this. You made promises I was going to do this for the American people, and I'm going to do this for the American people, and they only giving you $750. And y'all remember my name on that big, beautiful check in gold letters, Donald Trump? Yeah, I'm going to help you guys out. You made them promises to the American people, bro. You lied. You a liar. You talking about getting a job. Oh, yeah, disabled. What about disabled? Tell my 70-year-old mama who could barely walk to get a job, you stupid idiot. What about your grandma, you dummy? You small-minded little 15-year-old kids voting for the Republican Party. Your mind is the mind of a 3-year-old. You know it's 80-year-olds who can't take care of themselves in this world, who depend on the government. I'm talking about millions of them in America, millions of them. What about the children who can't feed themselves, you idiot? You create resources. You making promises that I'm going to give tax cuts to Elon and it's going to create jobs. That's not what it's doing. You're not creating jobs. You create less jobs than Joe Biden and you crying about it because you trash. You don't know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, get some help. I'm willing to help you, idiot. Get some help. If you don't know what you're doing. Because you're not creating no jobs. No, I wasn't even going to come at you. I ain't even going to come at you like that, but you coming in here, don't come at me like I got a problem. And you got this sorry dude up here who can't create no jobs. You got Americans hurting and Americans complaining. They can't wait to the midterms. America can't wait to the midterms because if they could vote right now, if they had a chance, put a referendum up to vote him out of office. See if he'll stay in power. You know what we should do in America after a president? We should have an election like we usually do. And then after the first 12 months, we should have a vote to see if the president stay in office. After the first 12 months, see how the American people feel. Let them vote before the job. Don't wait 4 years to let them vote 12 months after. Let's just have an up or down vote. Should he stay or should he go? Up or down? What y'all think he gonna get? Up or down? Stay or go after his first year? What y'all think he gonna get? Up or down? He'll be gone before you could say gone. He'll be back in Marla crying somewhere trying to start a January 6th. We're trying to hug on the White House ballroom, get a presidential airplane, $400 million that he ain't even going to be there to see. He act like he going to be president for the rest of eternity. You feel what I'm saying? Bro, if you want to be the president for the rest of eternity, don't talk stupid. Create jobs. Don't blame nobody for your failures as a leader, as a president, your failures. Don't blame nobody for your failures. Same people's lives, if VP Harris would have won, would have been better. I would have a house by now and she would have won. I would have bought a house by now and she would have won. Don't blame nobody for your failures because you choose to give Elon money that ain't going to stimulate no economy. You stupid. How's giving Elon money gonna stimulate the economy? He don't spend money, stupid. Jeff Bezos ain't gonna spend no money, stupid. That's why he got all the money, because he don't spend it. You can't stimulate the economy by giving money to people who don't spend it, stupid. You don't know what you're doing. If you want to stimulate the economy, give it to the ones who ain't got nothing, because they going to spend every dollar of it in one day. That's how you stimulate the economy. Stupid. You supposed to have a degree from peeing in economics, and you that stupid. Don't know what you're doing. That's why they voting for Mandami. They want some young, fresh ideas, and not these old, tired men trying to get rich for themselves and their family, telling somebody who's struggling and hurting that, oh, you just sorry, or you this, or you that, because your sorry butt lying to the American people about how you gonna do this and that for them, and you ain't been able to do none of it. And now you want to blame somebody else for your sorriness. Trying to come at me for your sorriness. I'm fighting for justice. Training your sorry police departments on how to deal with people with disabilities. Yo, sorry everything. Everything you got is sorry. What you got that ain't sorry? Look at everything that's going on. It's all sorry. Talking about you trying to point somebody else. He's sitting up there putting money in his pocket. He filling his pockets up with money, and he got the stupid idiots trying to protect him. He got a cut. It ain't. Listen, Jasmine, baby, I heard you say his cronies. He ain't got no cronies. He got about 45,000 flunkies who supporting him. They're not cronies. They flunkies that's supporting him. He ain't got no cronies. Dude, he finna get impeached. Sly says no one defends a billionaire like 100. I know, because they trying to get some of his money. The thing I like about Elon don't need me to defend him. Elon wouldn't care if I defended him. Elon would want me to speak the truth. That's why I like Elon. But that ain't got nothing to do with him, because as a billionaire, I'm going to still say tax the rich. Elon, too. I'm fond of Elon, because I think he's a little different than they are. Real talk. That's why he got to where he is. He's still a rich man, and he still do the things that he do. But what I'm saying is he a little bit different than what they are. So that's why I got love for him. But what I'm saying, even with Elon, it's the same thing. I'm going to still say tax the rich. But yeah, that's what it is. People trying. That's why they got those rich people in their mouth, because they trying to get something from them. I'm not trying to get nothing from them. I don't give a flip. President Trump, you got elected to help the people. Don't blame nobody for you not able to do your job. You trash. That's trash. If you don't help the people, you trash. You can't create jobs, you trash. Point blank, period. Don't try to blame nobody else. Oh, it's your own personal responsibility. Oh, really? But that's something we knew when we were 2 years old. You talking about personal responsibility. We knew that too. What's that got to do with anything? We talking about you as the U.S. president, and you and your job growth and your job creation that you sat there and badmouth Joe Biden about. And you doing worse than that. You badmouth Barack Obama. You badmouth George Bush. You badmouth other presidents. It's your turn, buddy. Get them job numbers up and stop crying. Get them numbers up, because they looking horrible. Talking about sleeping in his car or living in his car. Ain't nobody living in my car. Boy, I chose to come out here and fight for justice. Walk a mile in them Nikes, boy. Walk 5 steps in them Air Maxes, boy. Walk 5 steps in them Air Maxes. Not a mile. Walk 5 steps in them Air Maxes. Little weak boys trying to go around calling the shots. Little weak boys standing in your little weak house, in your little weak state, in your little weak city with your little weak daddy. Everything about you is weak. And you got a couple flunkies holding you up. Ain't nobody care about that little weak boys talking. Trying to protect President Trump. I don't protect nobody. I don't protect my mama or daddy when it comes to the truth. If you sorry, you sorry. I made mistakes. Yeah, I made mistakes. This ain't one of the mistakes. Having the police to harass you as a police department as a disabled veteran is not no mistake of mine. It's not no error of mine. And I don't care nothing about what you say about me being in my car. I'm fighting for justice. I got one police department on the hook for $76,000, and I got another one on the hook for $147,000. That's what I'm doing, boy. What you doing, little loser? What you doing, loser? I'm fighting for the rights of the people. What you doing, loser? Trying to put President Trump meat in your mouth. That's what you doing. Trying to put his meat in your mouth. I'm not doing that. I have respect for him as president, and that's it. If you can't get them job numbers up, get them out of there. Get them out of there. That's what Elon would do to me if I wasn't getting them numbers up on them forklifts. Get them out of there. You doing running around getting your pockets fat, talking about what you doing for the American people, and then all of a sudden you can't do nothing for them. Hire somebody who can. If you can't do the job, what you want the job for? How you gonna be a king and a president forever and you can't create jobs? Ain't nobody even gonna do all that 2028 talk. He finna get rid of it himself. You can't create jobs. The people gonna get rid of you. You ain't even gonna have to wait on the Democrats. The people gonna want to do it themselves. Worried about the Democrats, the people gonna try to get rid of him. You can't create no jobs. They gave you another chance. You know you're supposed to be in prison right now. And we gave you a chance to come get some money and not do nothing for the people and to have a couple of your crackheads get in this street talking about getting a job. You to a disabled veteran who write lawsuits, who done wrote a whole lawsuit in 3 days, suing the police. I got a job that's better than your job, you idiot. I'm a small business owner. Who you talking to? What you talking about? You a crackhead. You a barber. You a janitor, boy. You a forklift driver. You not this. Don't act like you this. You not this. Shoot. You could say the previous administration, that's better. But don't come out here trying to tell some disabled veteran to get a job and you creating jobs and you sharing jobs. You sharing jobs by the 1,000. And you trying to tell a veteran to get a job. A disabled veteran to get a job and you sharing jobs by the thousands. It's not funny. Because the people depending on you, they kept you out of jail, bruh. You supposed to be in prison right now. And the people kept you out of prison. And the way you thank them back is by what? Doing this? This is how you thank them for keeping you out of prison. This is how you thank the people for Melania getting $40 million from Jeff Bezos. Because if we didn't vote for you, she wouldn't have got nothing. This is how you thank the people for your crypto companies and your children becoming billionaires because we voted for you. Pay us back. Ghostwriter didn't have no problem with y'all getting rich because you won the election, but we didn't vote for you not to go to jail and enrich yourself. Pay us back. You can laugh all you want to. You gonna pay for that, buddy. I promise you that on my mama's soul, on my life. I put that on the blood of Jesus, boy. You gonna pay for that, boy. You get Ghost start talking like that, boy. You gonna pay for that, boy. I promise you. I ain't got the power to do it, but I know the people who got the power to do it, and I know how they feel about that, bro. They not laughing about that. So you laughing today, you'll be hiding in the bunker tomorrow, bro. I promise you. You gonna pay for that, homeboy. Don't do that. That's foul, bro. You talk about how we tired of the corruption in the world. We tired of the liars. I'm saying we fighting you on a list saying that you a child molester. This ain't just a George Bush. This ain't just a regular president. They saying this president was a child molester. People are accusing him of molesting children. Bro, we kept him out of jail. They accuse him of molesting children. If there's any president who should want to help the people, Donald J. Trump, it's you, bro. Because I can promise you, you will not have a good ending, sir, if you do not. Because you were spared from too much. Think about what you were spared from. We're not talking about the assassination. Think about what you were spared from. You were spared from jail. You were spared from so much. And President Trump, the people spared you. You need to come help them. They kept you out of jail. If that's the least of it, forget the Democrats, forget Hakeem, forget. I got a problem with Nancy Pelosi. I'm mad at Nancy Pelosi. I'm a billionaire with an attitude problem. Like God hadn't been good to me in my life. I don't like Nancy Pelosi. Forget the Democrats. Forget the Democrats, bro. Real talk. Y'all get me fired up, bro. I'm going to get on you. I'm going to get on you. You do your job. That's all we want you to do is do your job. No crying, no complaining, no participation trophies, no pointing at people, no nothing. Do your job. I got a job. I'm suing your sorry police departments. That's what I'm doing. I'm suing your sorry police departments. That's my job right now. Talking about how messed up the country was, like you finna fix it. Y'all, how he fixed the country? Y'all seen him fix the country? Which one of us seen President Trump fix the country yet? We waiting to see that. Because overall prices on food is up 1%. It's not down on day one. It's not down on month 10. It's up. Fix the problem. If the American people could vote, they would fire you tomorrow. They would fire you, bruh. You would be fired while you running around talking about a $400 plane and ballrooms and the people are starving. No, it's not their responsibility when he taking all the money. He taking all the money. That ain't your money. That's the American people's money. Feed the people. Provide jobs and stop crying. Up there trying to pose for some TV. Benny got slapped down, boy. You better understand, boy, who you are. You was given that position by the people. You better respect that, boy. You better respect that. Now that's your warnings, nah. You was given that position by the people, bro. Do not ever think you too strong enough, bro. God will slap you in your mouth tomorrow. He done showed y'all over the last 6 months how many people even got slapped down. He'll slap you in your mouth tomorrow. It don't matter how big, powerful, or strong you are. You'll get slapped in your mouth tomorrow, boy. Don't you ever. Don't you ever. If y'all have, hey, boy, they got ghosts going, bro. That's the worst thing you could do right now, bro. A man trying to obfuscate his responsibility and duties for failing in his job. Because that's his job, is to create jobs for the American people. Don't tell me about nothing else. If you ain't doing your job, you worse than Joe Biden. Yeah. Y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell. If y'all want to donate to the channel, man, y'all go here, hit that button with that $sign in it. Man, I'm finna step out the car. I know I'm in New York, but if I find me a Trump supporter, I might choke slam him. Now I'm just playing, y'all. I got the door open. I'm finna step out the car, bro. This cruising with Ghost Rider. I didn't cruise to a spot. So in about 10 minutes, man, when I come back, man, I'm gonna take y'all out there, man, and show y'all where I'm at. Y'all don't miss this part. This is the best part of the live stream. I'll be right back. Guys, all I'm saying is if I was President Trump, man, I would be trying to do everything I could for the people because the people are the reason President Trump is not in jail. He would be in jail if it wasn't for the people. So if I was him, I would be trying to do everything I could for the people because it's going to be the people who vote the Democrats in 2026 that's going to get rid of him. So you think it's a game right now, you shoo-shooing and foo-fooing with the people and the people's money, but they're going to come back on you, bruh. They're going to come back on you. If the midterms was those elections that just had, the Democrats would have picked up 25 seats. If the midterms was those elections we just had in America, the Democrats would have picked up 25 seats, bro. The only reason why you are not in jail right now is because of the people, President Trump, and you know that. If you would have not won that election, that Supreme Court would have got out the way and you would be sitting down right now at 79 years old in a penitentiary. Right now, today, President Trump, they still accusing you of messing with children. You have been shown a lot of grace and mercy by the Lord God Jehovah Jireh. You can laugh at that if you want to, while some of God's people struggling and starving, and you getting rich, and you getting $400 million planes, and you've been accused of messing with children, and you haven't paid for that if you really did do it, and you gonna run around laughing about that if you want to, and God gonna show you something, bruh. This ain't no game, bruh. It's not no game, man. These are real people's lives. And if you want to help real people, you help them. If you trying to get rich, you should have stayed out there and did it. You want the presidency to do it, you better help these people, bro. That's all I'm going to tell you. Because if you don't, we going to see, baby. Big Ghost Rider, man. I told y'all, as promised, cruising with Ghost. This is a part of Cruising with Ghost Rider, man, where I'm going to just pull up to a different location. Whenever I do Cruising with Ghost, every time it's going to be a different location. So I'll never bring y'all to this spot again on Cruising with Ghost Rider. See, we do Riding with Ghost Rider. We're going to do Riding with Ghost Rider all the time now, guys. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to do that for a minute, probably to the beginning of next year. We're going to do Riding with Ghost Rider all the time. But Cruising with Ghost Rider, I'm only going to do that probably 2 or 3 times a month. And every time we do Cruising with Ghost Rider at the end of the stream, this is what I'm going to do for you guys. New York City. You know I'm blessing y'all right now, man, because, you know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't even know this was a part of New York City. It's a part of New York Metro for real. Where I'm at right now is probably about 30 miles from the Bronx. 30 miles, guys. You know, in New York time, that could be an hour. But any other city, that's only like 30 minutes from the Bronx. 30 minutes. Yeah, baby, y'all didn't even know that. A location this gorgeous. Look like you in Bali or something, baby. You feel me? Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Cruising with Ghost Rider, baby. That's what I'm going to do for y'all. Every time we go cruising, man, I'm going to bring y'all to a location just like this. See, I had spoiled y'all with those We the Peoples. You know what I'm saying? And with that We the People, y'all were so used to me being outside in this freezing cold right now, because it is about probably 31 degrees out here right now. We ain't complaining, though, because this is the day the Lord has made, and we rejoicing and being glad in it. We telling all the Trump supporters what they need to hear, and then after we do that, we going to rejoice and be glad to God for whatever. We content. We Christians. As Christians, we content. But I'm still going to let the man know about the job he's supposed to be doing, or the job he promised to do for the American people. I don't care how many his cronies get in my live stream. They just going to get sued or get embarrassed. That's all you getting with Ghost Rider, sued or embarrassed. Ghost is a child of the living king. Ghost is a child of God. He a happy camper. He a happy warrior and a happy fighter, baby. That's all you getting with Ghost Rider is a lawsuit or getting embarrassed. Or hopefully you don't lose your head or your neck messing with Ghost, man. Ghost a child of God, bro. You can't play with me like that, man. I'm dead serious. I don't care who you are. You're not above getting nothing. regardless of who you are. But we're not talking about that right now. We talking about cruising with Ghost Rider, just like I promised. Y'all look, one time we do a cruising with Ghost Rider and I'm gonna pull up in Philly. Just like that. And I'm gonna pop out. Just like this, y'all, in Philly. We're gonna do a cruising with Ghost Rider one time and I'm gonna pull up guys in New York City and I'm gonna pop out. Y'all, where we at? Cruising with Ghost Rider. Pull up in Delaware, pull up in Vermont, Virginia, Maryland, New Jersey. I'm going to just continually bring y'all special locations on the Cruising with Ghost Rider. Look, it's a seagull, y'all. He want to be in the vlog. I love seagulls, though. They like my favorite birds, man. Real talk. They out here looking for some food. They know humans be giving them food. I be feeding them boys all the time. Them my homies. I love the seagulls, man. But yeah, man. Cruising with Ghost Rider, baby. Y'all got it? Look how gorgeous that is. And I'm going to do this every time we go cruising. Now, we do riding with Ghost Rider. Now, I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Riding with Ghost Rider are the most streams that I'm going to do. And we do riding with Ghost Rider. I'm going to just do the content. I'm in and out. You know what I'm saying? We do cruising with Ghost Rider. Like at the end of the stream or somewhere in that stream, I'm going to show y'all my location. You know what I'm saying? And I only do that because I'm blessing y'all with that. Sometime next summer, if it's the Lord's will, or next spring, we'll get back outdoors. But I'm not streaming. I'm not streaming outdoors. I don't care if I go to Florida. I'm not streaming outdoors no more. I got a place that we can do indoor live streams. You know what I'm saying? But I'd rather just do them in the morning in the car because I have to do the indoor stream at like 10 or 11 a.m. You know what I'm saying? So we will do indoor live streams sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But most of the live streams for right now going to be in this comfortable BMW. Why he hating on me? You know what I'm saying? I'm not hurting for nothing. Park Burn says, do I have a house? Yeah, I got a couple houses. Have I bought one myself? No, I can't afford to buy one. Yo, President, median house prices, I can't afford to buy a house right now. So, no, I haven't bought a house. But you saying, do I have places of residence? A couple of them. I got one in Texas. I got one in Mississippi. I got more places than probably 99% of y'all got. To be or to go. Yeah, I do. But I'm choosing to fight for justice. That's what I'm doing, bro. I'm filing lawsuits. I filed, since I've been here, I had a case in Texas already. I filed in January on the first tour. So I filed a case on the first tour, right, in January. So I had a case in Texas. I just filed into it. I filed a case in Texas. I filed a case in Mississippi. I filed a case in Tennessee and a case in Connecticut. The case in Tennessee and Connecticut I just filed. That first case in Texas, I got paid off of. So I had two cases I filed. First case, got paid off of it. The second case up. The third case, I just filed the fourth case. By the time I get paid off that second case, I'm going to buy a house. So you looking at a couple months, bro. By the time I get paid off the fourth case, I'll buy two houses. I ain't even told y'all about the fifth case. It's really the sixth case, but I got paid off on one, so I knocked that off. You see what I'm saying? Bro, I don't care about what nobody say, bro. You talk about work. What kind of work you talk about doing? This dude over here mopping floors and taking trash out of buildings, talking about working. And I'm filing lawsuits. You talking about working? I file lawsuits, boy. You talk about work. What kind of work you doing? You a brain surgeon? That's the only kind of way you gonna get more clout than what I'm doing. I file lawsuits, boy. 127,000. Got a whole city on the hook. A whole city. A whole police department on the hook for 127,000. What this dude talk about? Where you work at? You work at Tesla? He ain't got a job that good. He a barber. He cutting hair. Living off his daddy money. He cutting hair, living off his daddy money. Talking about, bro, cruising with Ghost Rider, man. Y'all know what I'm saying? We might go pull up at Big NYC again. Look, what time is it right now, y'all? In 13 minutes, I'm going to get off. Well, I really need to get off right now. But in 13 minutes, guys, we got We the People number 10. So at 8 o'clock Eastern time, that's in 13 minutes, you guys go make sure y'all check out We the People number 10. It's a vlog that I did. I recorded in New York City. That's the end of the We the People tour. That's why I'm not outdoors right now. Because that's probably, I mean, it's like every location I go to, right, guys, is prettier than the last one. And I started at an absolutely gorgeous location that in the Appalachian Mountains down in Tennessee. That's when I started the outdoor live streams. I don't think I did one in the Smokies. I think I started in the Appalachian Mountains down in Tennessee. That's when I started the outdoor live streams. Guys, it's getting prettier and prettier. You know, out there, it's as gorgeous as you ever seen, but the We the People tours are over. So, you know, I'm not doing no outside streaming no more. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that is. I got a great Fetsby. Second wave economic blackout urging participants to avoid work and shopping from November 25th to, y'all see, that's how people feel about President Trump, though. Real talk. That's how they feel about him, because it's his minions who get on the live and tell people, to disable veterans to get a job. Tell disabled veterans it's their fault they have a disability, a behavior disorder that's chemical. That I had just like I'm black. You know, that's what they do too. That's what the Republicans do too. They tell you it's your fault you black. Oh, DEI is the problem for everything. We got a problem with cancer in the world. It's DEI. Oh, we got a problem with fat people. It's DEI. Oh, we got a problem with white people. It's DEI. Any problem we have in America or the world, they blame it on DEI. Y'all, am I lying? Everything that's wrong in the world or America is DEI's fault. It's all DEI. They don't like black people. They tell you to get a job if you disabled. They don't like disabled people. He fired veterans indiscriminately. He don't like veterans. He don't like nobody. He don't even like the people who voted for him because he doodling on them. All them people in West Virginia and Mississippi and in Alabama and Iowa, all them people in the rural areas that's voted for him, them people are suffering. That's why I said, if every 4 years a president ran, we need to pass a law that after 12 months you've been president, meaning next January, the 20th, we need to get an up or down vote for all Americans, any Americans who want to vote, up or down, keep them or dump them. I guarantee you, J.D. Vance will be the president. Or a Democrat. Keep them or dump them. Keep them or bring in Kamala. January 21st of 2026, if we had a vote, keep them or bring in Kamala. What you think finna happen? Kamala gonna be the president. That's what I'm saying. In his position, he had a lot of mercy granted to him by God and the people. A lot of mercy granted to him by God by way of the people. So the reason why he probably not only in jail, that he's still alive, because there was a lot of people at that time who was trying to get rid of him. The reason why he in jail and still alive is because of the people's love for him. So don't foo-foo and doo-doo on the people, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because the people saved you. So how you gonna foo-foo and doo-doo on the people, man? Don't do that. That's a negative. That's a no-no. And all your supporters who getting on these YouTube channels and doing that, President Trump, you probably need to tell them to stop. Hey, don't get on no channel talking for me. Don't get on nobody's channels talking for me. Don't do that. No, don't talk for me. I could speak for myself. If I was him, that's what I'd be saying, because they're going to get him in a whirlwind of trouble. A whirlwind of trouble. Whirlwind. Real talk. Y'all see Big Ghost, right? Y'all see Big Ghost go get that boy in a world of trouble, bro. A world of hurt. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to hate or be like racist or nothing like this, but some of y'all people, y'all need to watch the way y'all think and the way y'all talk and the way y'all do everything. I'm telling you, because it's going to be a white man who going to come get you. I'm telling you, you racist white people, it's going to be a white person that come get you. It's going to be one of them white boys who don't like fascists. It's a boy who going to come get you. So you keep being racist if you want to. And you keep being stupid, keep being a fascist if you want to, and watch what's going to happen to you. You're going to do it to yourself. We tired of that, bruh. We tired of ignorant presidents, and we tired of ignorant politicians and ignorant people who support the ignorant presidents and politicians. You don't tell somebody with no disability to get a job, and he filing lawsuits, and you clean toilets. I don't care if you drive a Hummer and clean toilets, you still cleaning toilets. you could be BFI. The family owned BFI, they rich as I don't know what. But when they standing amongst the other families, this family right here, they own a law firm. This family right here, they own medical facilities, and you own a bunch of people who take out trash. And you trying to talk about the law firm people, you can't do their work. Your IQ ain't high enough to be talking to me. You ain't even supposed to be able to address me if your IQ ain't high. Your IQ ain't even high enough to address me. How you even get to talk to me? I'm wondering, asking God how he allowed you to even say words to me with your IQ what it is. You think because you got $30,000 and your IQ is low as the ground, what you think that mean? You know what I'm saying? You talking about, bruh, that's the wrong way to approach me, bruh. Oh, well, for you, I'm not talking about you though, sir. You know what I'm saying? You like one of, I respect that. Thank you for your service. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the janitors who running their mouth. And the barbers. I know a couple of them. Boy, you get a poor black man, you give him 30,000. He the richest thing walking. Nah, he a baller. He everything. And then I'm talking about, bro, you a DJ. Do you understand that? You play music in a club, bro. That's what you do for a living. You play music. You a DJ. And you talking to somebody who will take a whole city, grab a city by the neck. A whole city. How you do that, Ghost? How can you grab a whole city by the neck? Come over here and I'll show you how to do it. Hey, come over here. I'll show you how to do it. He'll grab a whole city by his neck. You don't even know. You don't even understand that language. When I tell them people I'm finna sue the police department, they think I'm finna go to jail. They don't even understand that kind of language. Sue who? The police department? Ooh, you're gonna go to jail. They still thinking that they still thinking the Ku Klux Klan, they still gotta listen to the slave master. Hey boy, cut my hair faster, boy, cut them hairs faster. Oh yes, sir, master. They still listening to the slave master. Ghosts don't get down like that, boy. I believe in a God who will let you get your head blown off your shoulder. I'll be in the room praying to God that you lose your neck by 12 p.m. Oh, you don't think that happens? The Bible say in heaven that the souls of the lost of the slain, they flying around the throne asking God, what they asking them, Ghost? How long, God, till you avenge our death? Oh, yeah, people do that all the time. The ones who got a real relationship with God, I'll be in there asking God that he'll kill you or he'll give you something that'll make you unhappy while you alive. Some of y'all people right now that y'all not happy right now, God let you keep your money, but you unhappy right now because of ghosts. I done prayed that unhappiness in your life. And pray that whole unhappiness in your life. Y'all see the seagulls, they flying over the car. I'm telling you, them my friends. They know I be feeding them boys. Hey. Yeah, that's true. Red states do got more welfare than blue states. Mississippi got more. Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana. That's all I need to say. West Virginia. That's the most welfare in the whole country. Per capita. They got way more welfare than blue states. You talking about California compared to Mississippi. Massachusetts compared to Alabama. You talking about New York compared to Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? You could look at the good red states like Texas and Florida, maybe Ohio. But other than that, like them red states, they suffering. Wyoming's economy compared to Delaware's. Or Idaho's economy compared to Vermont's. The blue states win every time. You could go into a large city and say, hey, you got 30 people living in this city in Mississippi, and you got 3,000 living in this city in New York. But you'll have 6 murders in the 30 people city in Mississippi, and you'll have 8 murders in the 3,000 people city in New York. It's a per capita thing, but it's still more violent and it's more crime in the red states. But I ain't on the red and the blue state thing. That wasn't my thing. You just help the people, whether you're a red president or a blue president. This ain't nothing in particular hating against President Trump. It's just he got his cronies on here talking about he talking to a disabled veteran saying it's my responsibility to get a job. I do got a job, you stupid loser idiot. I filed lawsuits. I got 2 cities that I'm suing right now because of their police departments. You don't think that's a job? What other kind of job you gonna get from that? Oh, you mean go wash a toilet like you do? No, I'm not washing no toilets. That's what God got you for. Be happy for what God made you to do. He made you to wash toilets and he made me to sue cities. I'm saying because you can't recognize that, that's on you. I can recognize it. And because I can recognize it, I'm bringing it to your attention. While you in here trying to clown on me, what do you do for a living, boy? You cut hair. Some of y'all don't even have a job in here clowning. You a tax preparer. You work at Papa John's. What you doing for a living? You ain't doing what I'm doing. So don't tell me to work when the work I'm doing is way more significant. You can't even understand it. Like I said, I tell these stupid people I'm going to sue a police department. They think I'm going to jail. I'm the one suing. They think because the stuff I do is unfathomable to them. It's way beyond their comprehension and understanding. And I'm disabled and still suing people. And still suing people. And a veteran and still, that's what I'm saying. And I'm still doing it. So don't you ever in your mind for a second, I got people that love me way more than you get. I got people follow me around the world. That's how much they love me. They're not following me around to kill me. And they'll follow me around the world. I'm talking about rich men, a bunch of them. Some of them y'all know. They hire people to follow me around America. That's how much they love me. Who are you? They don't even know who you are. Don't even care. You want to talk about how much my mama and daddy love me? They want to know what I'm doing almost every second of the day, and I'm 45. Your mama and daddy don't love you like that, boy. Stop playing with yourself, boy. I'm going to give you some truth in here. Stop playing with yourself. Ain't nobody love you like that. You don't know who you talking to, bro. That's so many people love me, bro. You done lost your mind. Bro, I am the future. What you talking about? Who are you? What you do for a living? What have you done with your life? Where have you been in your lifetime, boy? This ain't what you want. Hey, y'all tell him, this ain't what you want, boy. I promise you, hands or anything. It ain't nothing you gonna do better than me. I'll mop dust you. I'll beat the brakes on you. Have your whole city calling the police when they see me. The whole city of Danbury, Connecticut, they feared and respect me. Look at my baby. I didn't even see you in there, sweetheart. She said, much love, working. Just stop the support. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, Miss Lori. Everybody go like Miss Lori, $10 donation. Miss Lori always be coming in here supporting your boy Ghost Rider, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they know Ghost be giving y'all the truth, man. And ain't nobody who I'm saying, Miss Lori, who would like which one of them in here like Ghost? Which podcaster you got like Ghost? Name me all the podcasters that's been in the military. Joe Rogan, you was in the military. David Pagman, I know you wasn't in no I know you wasn't in the Ellis Jones, you was in the military. I'm not saying you don't have them in the military, but I'm saying Ghost was in the U.S. Army, yeah. Yeah, 321st Field Artillery on Fort Bragg, North Carolina during 9/11. Yeah, that's me, Ghost. I'm saying how many podcasters you know, y'all lawyers, y'all attorneys? How many podcasters you know that y'all won in the U.S. Court of Appeals? Because I'm saying it's a lot of attorneys out there. A lot of these politicians are attorneys. But how many of them that won in the U.S. Court of Appeals? Vince Jackson. You know what I'm saying? How many one of them won in the U.S. Court of Appeals? How many of y'all podcasters? Because I have. How many of y'all podcasters won 80% of the cases you filed? Federal, I have. How many of y'all podcasters that litigated in 9 different states? Boy, I got cases open in 4 different states right now. I got a case in Texas right now. I got a case in Mississippi, a case in Tennessee, and a case in Connecticut. 2 of them in federal court open at the same blank time. The same darn time. How many of y'all know podcasters like that? How many of y'all know them like that? How many podcasters y'all know like this? Bro, I could say something right now. I could put something out there and the White House will grab hold of what I said. That's why I be real careful with the stuff I say now. I could put some words out there right now, and I know the way to do it too. The White House itself will grab hold of the words that I say. You know some podcasters like that because I'm not the only one that they do that to. But I'm saying the reason why they'll listen to me on a vertical live feed from in my car, because you got to look at my jacket. Ain't nobody like me. He been in the Army. And he been in prison. How many podcasters you know been in the Army, won in the U.S. Court of Appeals, and been to prison too? Ain't like me. Let's be real. Ain't nothing like me. Look at my girl Lori Mara. She said, keep moving your feet, Ghost. God is in our feet. I already know, baby, and I thank you for the 7 months. Thank you, baby. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. If y'all haven't liked the video, y'all go ahead and like it, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. Guys, I'm gonna take y'all out there real quick. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to show y'all once again. I'll do it 2 times on this live stream for Miss Lori. 2 times, 1 time for me and 1 time for Miss Lori Walsh. You know what I'm saying? Cruising with Ghost Rider, baby. You know what I'm saying? Every time I go cruising, man, at the end of the live stream, if I did a live stream called Cruising with Ghost Rider, I'm going to come down here, like I said, man. And I'm going to show you guys the area that I'm in. We've had 441 votes on the poll question to this point. 443 votes. They still voting. Guys, the question is, do you guys think that the United States will go into a recession? 53% of you guys says yes. Miss Lori Walsh gifted someone a membership. Miss Lori, thank you for that membership gift. Miss Lori has donated $10 and she has updated her membership levels with the stream, and she just gifted someone a membership. Mr. Good Citizen, welcome back, my boy. Welcome back, my guy. God, 443 votes, guys. Over 53% of you said that the United States will go into a recession. I think the bigger question is right now, guys, is the United States in a recession right now? That's the question. The majority of y'all said that you guys think that the United States will go into a recession, and I agree, because I think the United States may be in a recession right now. Guys, I'm out here in New York, about 30 miles from the Bronx. Right from New York City, baby. This Cruising with Ghost Rider. I'll never bring y'all to this location again on Cruising with Ghosts. So unlike We the People, where y'all got 9 different vlogs in 9 different locations, but y'all got about 15 to 20 live streams in the same locations. On these live streams, the Cruising with Ghosts, I'll bring y'all out to a different location 3, maybe 4 times a month, but I never bring y'all to the same location on this live stream. So y'all enjoy these views because I never bring y'all out here again. I'll bring y'all somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Miss Lori is in Philadelphia. We might pull up in Miss Lori, I'm sorry, is in Pennsylvania. We might pull up in Philadelphia next. Who knows? I got one of my channel members in New Jersey. We might pull up in New Jersey next. Might pull up in Maryland. We might pull up anywhere in New England, anywhere in America. I ain't gonna lie, besides the West Coast, we probably ain't gonna go to the West Coast to 2026. But anywhere else in America, guys. I'm gonna give you about 4 or 5 of those live streams every single month. You know what I'm saying? Probably this month in November, I'll do 3. So I'll probably do 2 more where I'll just pop up, man. Who knows? We might go to New York City. I might do it tomorrow. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell, man. Real talk. I might just go, it's only 30 miles away. I might do a Cruising with Ghost Rider. You know what I'm saying? Come on here, give y'all some content, you know, right from the BMW, and then we'll take off. You know what I'm saying? I'll hop out the car, show y'all we in New York. I just want to show y'all real quick for all my haters. You know what I'm saying? That's what we doing the content in. We not in the studio. I don't want to see no one steal my ideas. I'm trademarking it. You know what I'm saying? Right from the BMW, baby. You know what I'm saying? Cruising with Ghost Rider. That's what it is. Out here fighting for justice. I don't care what it look like to nobody. I don't care who like it and who don't like it. That's what it is. Your podcast ain't like mine. I ain't hating on Don Lemon, but Don Lemon ain't like Ghost. And I ain't hating on you, Don. You feel what I'm saying? I watch Don Lemon all the time. But Don Lemon ain't like Ghost. That's just facts. You ask him, he'll tell you. That boy ain't never won no appeal in the U.S. Court of Appeals. He ain't never been in the Army. He ain't never been to the penitentiary. He ain't never been and lived the life that I live. I respect what a man go through. I respect a Navy SEAL. I don't look at a Navy SEAL like they just stupid people who do the wishing and the bidding of me, pretty much, or the bidding of the American president. That's not how I look at Navy SEALs. I respect Navy SEALs. You see what I'm saying? They've been through more than what I've been through. They're capable of accomplishing more than I am. That's what I'm saying. I've been through more than you. I have more wisdom, my IQ probably higher, and I'm capable of accomplishing more. So when you look at me as a disabled veteran, if you look down on me, you're doing yourself a disservice. Don't judge a book by its cover, boy. You know what I'm saying? Because when I become a millionaire, I mean, I'm not going to foo-foo or shoo-shoo you. People don't mean that much to me. I ain't going to even say I'll remember you when I become a millionaire. Even if you said the most vile, wretched thing you can possibly say about me, I still probably ain't going to remember you. That's just how I get down. You know what I'm saying? People don't mean that much to me. They mean that much to each other. They don't mean that much to me, though. You know? Not hating on her. But as far as the president go, like I did the content this morning, President Trump just need to do what he need to do to help the American people. It's that simple. You made promises to the American people. The American people are expecting you to fulfill those promises, President Trump. And you got to fulfill those promises. You can't be blaming people for not being able to find a job. Can't be talking about personal responsibility. Personal responsibility, it does matter, and it means everything. But that don't have nothing to do with this conversation, President Trump. And you promised to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G for the people. So the people are expecting you, President Trump, to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And without doing A, B, C, D, E, F, G, if you just do A, B, C, D, or if you do A, C, E, and F, that's not enough. The people are expecting a result from President Trump. I'm going to lower the prices on day one. I don't care if you don't want to hear. I could talk about Jeffrey Epstein. And y'all know how good I argue. So with the evidence that is presented on that Jeffrey Epstein stuff, I could build a case against President Trump. That if the people who got the loudest microphones, if they repeat what I say, all of America think President Trump is guilty. I do it all the time. I'm a legendary litigator, boy. Legendary. I could present a case against him to make him look guilty with that Jeffrey Epstein thing. I don't do no personal nothing. It's all business. It's all policy. It's all his words. And policy is that the American jobs are not looking good. They're not as good as they were under President Biden. Policy is your word said that you was going to fix on day one. You didn't fix on day one. You could get mad about that. That's not helping the American people. That's not helping nothing. The only thing you need to do about that is fix what's broken. Just fix it. And if you can't fix it, get out the way, because the American people, they forgave you of a lot, President Trump. And I believe they're going to hold that against you if you don't get it right. That's just what I believe. Miss Lori, baby, I thank you. I love you. You already know it. You know what I'm saying? The people who support me, I thank y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate everyone coming up, showing up today. Y'all stopping in, dropping by, giving me and lending me your ears. You know what I'm saying? Legal Wars Live, cruising with Ghostwriter, man. It's our first episode, man. I brought y'all out here, this beautiful park. You know what I'm saying? I think we have Riding with Ghostwriter. I got 3 episodes next week on Monday, on Tuesday, and on Friday. And in one of those episodes, I'll probably try to get y'all to a great location and show y'all the content, bring y'all the content. Guys, I'm a born-again Christian. That's why I speak with so much authority and power. That's where it came from God. I believe that Jesus suffered, I believe he bled, and I believe he died on the cross to save our souls from hell. What is hell, Ghost? Hell is like a spiritual jail. It's a jail for spirits. I believe that we are guilty. We are guilty. I am guilty. I have lied to people. I have a personality disorder. I go off on people sometimes. I curse people out sometimes. I do other things in my personal life that's not right. I'm still got stuff that on me that I should have done better. We was guilty. I was guilty, man. But Jesus paid my pardon. You say, how he do that? He came to this earth. He suffered, he bled, and he died on the cross. That was for my sins. He paid my pardon. Jesus' death on the cross, the blood that he shed literally washed away my sins. He took my place. I was supposed to die for all those lies I told, for the drugs that I used to deal that caused me to go to jail. I was supposed to be put to death for that. I was supposed to die for all those girls I had sex with and I did wrong. But instead of me dying, Jesus died. Did that make sense? When he died on that cross, he died for me. All of my sins died for me. All Jesus required me to do was one day, and that's what he requires you to do. You got to get on your knees, and you got to realize that you are not a Christian, and that you are in need of a savior, and that if you die right now, that you will go to hell. Your soul will go to hell. You have to come to that realization. And only once you come to that realization and you get your heart and mind in the right place, then you could go to a quiet room and you could pray. You tell Jesus you believe in him. You ask him to repent. You tell him you repent. You ask him to forgive you of the sins that you committed against his precious blood. and tell him that you accept his sacrifice as payment for your sins. The blood he shed, he take your place. Look, Jesus died for everyone, but you have to accept that death in order to get forgiveness for your sins. Does that make sense? You tell Jesus that you appreciate him dying for you, and you thank him for saving you. And if you pray that prayer, and you mean that with your heart, with your whole heart, and you believe in your heart that God raised Jesus up from the dead and that Jesus will save you, I promise you he'll save you. And your spirit, your soul will spend an eternity in heaven. The only thing you have to do after that is just follow behind the way Jesus lived. You have to live out your salvation. You ain't a thief on the cross. You don't die right after you pray the prayer. You got to keep living, so you got to live out your salvation. That means get baptized and follow Jesus. Do the things that Jesus did. That's how you go to heaven. You don't have to be perfect. You could be full of flaws. That's the ones Jesus looking for, the ones full of flaws. You can have personal problems. As broken as you are, Jesus can put you back together. He looking for you if you broke it. He's standing. The Bible say that he stands at the door of your heart. He knocking. He waiting for you to open up. Jesus wants a relationship with you. He loves you. When you get that relationship with Jesus, then you ready to take on them cities. You want to know how Ghost Rider fight them cities? Because I got God with me. You know how that city bigger than me? Well, my God bigger than this city. My God bigger than this universe. On my knees and I pray and I ask God to help me. And because I'm his child, he will, and I believe he will. And when I get up from praying there, I'll leave that prayer right there. That's why I don't never lose no case. They think I'm a Freemason. I have a lot of Freemasons that love me, and I got love for the Freemasons. But it ain't because Ghost's a Freemason that he don't lose no case. He a free Christian. You feel me? I pray to God. I'll leave that case. I'll leave it right there at the feet of God. I'll leave it right there at the feet of Jesus. And I get up. It ain't about winning the case every time, though. It's just about knowing that God is there with you. He said, "Lo, I am with you always, even to the end of the world." I'm never by myself because I got Jesus and he walking lockstep with me, man. He loved me and he loved you and he ready to save you. He ready to meet you wherever you are, man. Give you a new life. I got a new life. I've been washed in the blood of Jesus. All those things, all them lies, all those bad things they talk about me, that's been washed in the blood. That's why they still trying to hold me guilty of something I did 15 years ago, but Jesus washed that in the blood. God forgave me for that. So that's why I walk free of all of their accusations every time, because God done forgave me from my past. And it don't matter if a man can't forgive you. God forgive you. He forgave me for that. And now I'm free, man. I wake up every day. You see how beautiful that sun is shining. This beautiful park. It's cold outside, but it's beautiful and it's gorgeous. And I'll be looking for the beauty of life. And I wake up every day and I say that this is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice. We will, as Americans, as individuals, we will rejoice and we will be glad in it. And at the same time, we're going to keep fighting for this country we love. President Trump, you know what time it is, baby. Forget these knuckleheads in this stream. President Trump, you know it's time to come help the people, man. That's what they elected you to do, man. Come help the people. Is the United States in a recession? With the data numbers coming out, we soon shall know. Guys, we'll be live on Monday at 7 a.m. Eastern time. If y'all could get in here earlier than that, y'all jump up in here because I'm going to get in here and get the cooking first thing in the morning on Monday. Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. Until then, y'all don't worry about Ghost. Ghost is happy. Ghost is blessed and Ghost is saved. God told me not to fear nothing another man could do to me. God told me to fear him, and I do. God loves me. You think President Trump got gold in the White House? God is the creator and owner of the gold. In heaven is streets. The streets are made of gold in heaven. Yeah, that's my final destination. I belong to a king. His name Jehovah Jireh. I believe that too, boy. I'll fight that with my life to the death. I believe in the King. His name is Jehovah Jireh. He high and lifted up. And I praise and I worship y'all. I love y'all, man. With my whole heart, my whole existence. I hope y'all love me too, man. More importantly, y'all need to I've not seen it. I think it's already aired. We the People #10. You know what I'm saying? You guys go over right now and check that out. It's under the video tabs, under the videos on the Legal Wars Live landing page. Also, the Instagram link is in the Legal Wars Live landing page. If you guys want to see like every second pretty much of my life almost that I could put up, it's on Instagram. So y'all check that out. Man, that's my time, man. It's Big Ghost Rider. I love every last one of y'all. Y'all remember that God is bigger than any problem that you'll ever have. So turn to him. Y'all, I'll see y'all on Monday if it's the Lord's will. I love every last one of y'all.